My own mind was affected. I cannot even lie. On TikTok, there was so much raw content, undiluted content about anything. You see so much. I saw content creators crying. No, there's just something about TikTok that made it that app that nobody wanted to let go of. Come closer. Let me gist you because I have some talk to give. Hi guys, how you doing? Yes. We're talking about fear today. We're talking about fear and what it will cost you, because fear will definitely cost you. But it's not going to be the conventional talk, because this is just going to be like gist. I was ruminating on the whole TikTok ban, and my goodness, everywhere was literally panic.
What have I done with myself? What have I done with myself since the morning? How could you make such a mistake?
Especially in the US, that whole event, that whole experience taught me quite a number of things that I know, studying the scriptures and learning about fear and how God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, of courage, and a sound mind. Let me remind you, first of all, it was in relation to that whole event and seeing what it really did on social media for, was it 40 something hours, 24 hours? It was just about a day. But the panic had started days before then. My own mind was affected. I cannot even lie. So, as I always do my things, if I have received something, I will definitely share with you. And that is why we're here today, to talk about what fear will do to you. As always, my name is Jasmine Housenwriter Kuma, and with God on my side, let us get you inspired. So yeah, although this is gist, we're just talking. Of course, I have to tell you what fear is. And by the Webster's Dictionary, it's an unpleasant, often strong emotion that's caused by anticipation or an awareness of danger. You could really see in the weeks coming closer to the ban in itself, which was supposed to be, I think it was January 19th, there was so much fear because people had gotten so much information about TikTok being banned. And I feel like TikTok community is so real, and TikTok gives you the opportunity to really freely express. Yeah, there's so much I have learned on TikTok. TikTok is the new Google. It became the new Google. Like, if I wanted to search for something, I would literally go to TikTok first, because I'd see a lot of experiences. So if you search for places to eat on the island, VI, you see so much information about it. You see what the dining experience is like. Like, TikTok, for me and for a lot of people, has been a hub. And I also find that on TikTok, there was so much raw content, undiluted content about anything, politics, faith, you name it. Nothing is being, hushed. Everybody is kind of just giving what they know, raw and direct. So it's like going into the market and having a million options to choose from. TikTok was also making so much revenue for creators. I don't know so much about what it's like to earn as a Nigerian content creator on TikTok, but I know that there's so many examples of creators that hit certain thresholds, and their visibility and their reach affords them the opportunities to work with different brands that they've been wanting to work with, helps them grow their other social media platforms. I don't know, TikTok seems like it's really that content creators' dream home. Nobody's trying to prove points to you like Instagram. People view and don't say anything. People will watch your stories and they don't engage in the actual content. We know that. We know. In fact, we call them, monitoring spirits. But that's just for another day. It's not everybody though, but there's so much more realness on TikTok. I find that even when I consume content on TikTok, if I see something that I appreciate or something that's valuable to me, I comment, I save. You can save, you can I don't know, there's just something about TikTok that made it that app that nobody wanted to let go of. So you can imagine the panic that it caused. I saw content creators crying, crying because it seemed like they didn't have a future anymore on TikTok. And like I said, I also experienced a short moment of, because, okay, to be real, my strategy for 2024, the strategy that I attempted, because I wasn't as serious with it, a lot of things were happening, life was happening. But one of my strategies was to post more on TikTok and grow my TikTok audience and allow that to reflect into my other social media platforms. But I wasn't serious about it. And I began to do that just 2024. Like I was going harder in 2024. Like I said, life happened. So I have all these gist linked up here. But imagine just starting to get serious about an app and actually getting into the spirit of it. And you're hearing that it's going to be banned. But you see what the problem is? This exactly what I just said. It wasn't going to be banned in Nigeria. It was going to be banned in the US. How was I trying to join the bandwagon of panic? So you see what fear does? It makes you to panic. First of all, you see somebody running. You don't know why they're running. People are joining them. You don't know where they are going to. You join and run and I mean, there's incidences that happen in Lagos some long time ago where people run because of panic, ran into a lagoon and died. So many situations like that. This thing does not concern Nigeria. Yes, you will feel the impact because a lot of American creators have made TikTok. But that doesn't mean there are not people who are searching for information and value from Nigerian content creators. That doesn't mean there are not Nigerians who are looking for this content that you're trying to provide. But my head was just like, this thing that I started now. So I have to look for another platform. See me. And to be honest, this was one thing that just clicked that light bulb in my head. This is it. This is what we are all going through, especially trying to be our most expressive selves and all of that good stuff. When things don't go our way, or when someone says something negative and to you it's just like, maybe I should just stop this. No, don't panic. There's no reason for you to panic. There's always a positive to look at. Yeah, they had a right to be afraid, even though fear is not right. They had a right to be concerned. But did I have a right to be concerned? No. Don't allow situations and circumstances or people's voices or things that you cannot control to keep you from giving your best in life. This is not just about creating. Fear will limit you. Fear will stop you from achieving. Fear will stifle your growth. You came into the year 2025 and you wrote down your plans on how you wanted to show up in 2025 for yourself, for your brand, for your business. And then something negative happens and all of a sudden, all that is out the window. No, like I said in the beginning, God has not given you a spirit of fear, but He has given you a spirit of courage, of love, and a sound mind, soundness of mind. You have to be sound in your mind. You have to remember, who am I? Remember your why. Start with that. Why? Even to the content creators who had panicked, who were losing TikTok, a lot of them have YouTube channels, Instagram channels, pages, and you name it. It's just coming back to the center. What is my why? Why did I start this thing? Why am I here? Okay, if I've lost followers and I've lost an audience there, and there was enough time to actually prepare, so people were diverging their audience from TikTok to Instagram and filling in other spaces. You lose some, you gain some. But the why is very important. I think this should be the second reason, the second thing. Like, what is your why? Let your why be at the forefront of your business this 2025. That way, no matter what you face, no matter what comes your way, you are not shaken. You don't forget the facts. You don't forget. Somebody like me doesn't forget that I'm here to inspire. I'm here to make sure that anybody passing, even smelling my content, can have something within them woken up. So if I can't do that through TikTok, please, how can I do that through Instagram? If I'm not going to be able to do that through Instagram, what about LinkedIn? Okay, if not LinkedIn, how about YouTube? There is always a way. Fear will blind you from seeing that you are not actually limited. You just need to find another way. I mean, the way TikTok was shut down now brings me to faith. There's been warnings. People have had time to get ready, get themselves prepared, talk to their audience, let them know that, it could be, but it was still not like a given. Some people were saying it might go, it might not go. There was so much positivity that was also being spread as well as negativity. So if you're the optimistic person like I am, you hold on to the positive side and you're just like, no, we won't lose TikTok, which we haven't lost. But in the event that it was lost, the way it went like this, what does that remind you of? Okay, I'll say it. The kingdom of God is at hand. Yes, I preach. Yes, I'm preaching. Please, in this your pursuits for all the value to give, the blessings, the growth, the visibility, all of those beautiful things, don't forget that there is eternity. And we have gotten so much warning. The Bible warns the world we are actually living in and the chaos that keeps befalling this world that we're living in, the simple deaths that happen in life, and how we can lose someone that we just saw or just spoke to a minute ago, just passed on. And we're reminded that this life, there is really nothing to it. It draws me back into the fact that everything can go like this. Jesus can come like this. And actually, when he comes, he's coming like this. But is it really like this? Because there's been so much warning, there's been so much information, there has been so much grace. Please don't take your personal relationship with God for a joke. Just the same way you are ready to go hard with this content, go hard with your brand, go hard with your business, or go hard with yourself. Even just trying to off your value for your own self. Please go hard with your spiritual life. Because at the end of the day, what does it profit a man to gain everything, the whole world, and lose his soul? This is paramount for anybody in the faith. Don't chase everything and forget your spirit, your soul. Keep filling up. Keep studying the word. Keep staying in God's presence. Keep becoming like Christ. Love. Leave the grudges. Leave the beefs. All of those things. The Bible is your guide. So that when that time comes, you actually are not going to panic. Because the saints will be carried up. And there will be a time for persecution. And grace will no longer abound. It would just be fear. No grace. So you have the time right now to remember, have a sound mind, to keep yourself renewed, to love, to have courage, knowing that, okay, I might not be the best human, I might not be perfect, but I love God. I want to love him. I want to end up with him in eternity. And guide your steps even while you're doing your business. Pere. So these are the things that I have learned from the TikTok ban. Why are you panicking? What are you panicking for? Is it your business? Oh, by the way, also mind your businesses here. Keep yourself out of people's businesses. Okay, this is happening in their life. Great stuff. If you can pray for them, pray for them. If you can't pray for them, please mind your business. If somebody has something to say about you, they've said something, okay, all right, great stuff. Move on. Work. Chase your life. Chase. Guy, I don't know how else I'm going to say this, but if you're joining me on this journey, then forget the things of old. Okay? So, yes, please, if you did love this conversation, if you appreciated this conversation, please, like I always say, don't forget to like, don't get carried away in either watching the video or critiquing the video that you don't put something down. You can share your thoughts. If you don't agree, please, why don't you agree? Write it in the comments. Let's grow this family. I'm really intentional about growing this family this year because that's what life is about, touching lives. And subscribe if you feel at home. Share if you think someone is going to value this as well. But also come back next week because I'm very serious about sharing with you guys this year. And as much as possible, you will find a video here every other week. Or every week. I mean, love and life. Mwah.